Let me encourage you with this. If you belong to Christ, you are capable of hearing God. Many believers today say, I don't hear God. I wish God would speak to me. I don't know how to recognize his voice. And often they assume hearing God means something dramatic, a loud voice, a sudden feeling, or a supernatural moment. But Jesus said plainly in John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice. Not might hear, not sometimes hear, they hear my voice. That means hearing God is not reserved for pastors, prophets, apostles, or spiritual elites. It is part of relationship. The issue isn't that God isn't speaking, it's that many people are only listening for him in one way. God speaks more often than you think, just not always audibly. God speaks in ordinary ways. God often speaks through scripture, inner conviction, wisdom and peace, godly counsel, circumstances, gentle nudges, correction, reminders, stillness. We miss his voice because we expect volume instead of something familiar. Just like you recognize the voice of someone you love. You learn God's voice through relationship, not pressure. God's voice aligns with his word. It produces peace, not panic. It brings clarity, not confusion. It leads toward obedience, not compromise. This is why many believers struggle to hear God. And one major reason is noise. Noise from busyness, stress, anxiety, constant media, constant opinions, constant distractions. God doesn't compete for attention. He speaks, but he invites you to listen. That's why scripture says, be still and know that I'm God. Stillness doesn't mean silence. It means attention. God speaks in the ordinary, not just spiritual. God speaks while you're driving. He speaks while you're working. He speaks while you're thinking. He speaks while you're resting. He speaks while you're deciding. He even speaks while I'm recording this. Hearing God is not limited to prayer closets. It's woven into daily life. Sometimes his voice sounds like wisdom. Sometimes it sounds like restraint. Sometimes it sounds like peace. Sometimes it sounds like conviction. Sometimes it sounds like direction. And sometimes it sounds like a quiet, don't do that, or go this way. The more you walk with God, the more recognizable his voice becomes. Be still and listen.